Hi, welcome to Diets Are Fattening and Q&A Mondays. I've got three great questions to answer. The first one is about thinking of building a healthy thin mentality when you start thinking about that and it feels like a diet because you're going on something. I'll talk about that. The second one was what about like when some foods have like flavor enhancers in them and they just make you want to eat more? How do you handle that? And the third one is what happens when you just want to keep eating more even though you know that you're not hungry anymore. Some thoughts on how to handle that. So let's take the first one first, which was about when you are building your healthy thin mentality and you get that on or off diet mentality thought brewing in your brain, meaning I'm going to do my healthy thin mentality now, like I'm going to go on this diet. Yeah, that's a very reasonable question, and of course that mindset is buried deep within us because we've been dieters, many of us, for so long. So how I got out of it, how you can get out of it, is to keep saying to yourself, this is not all or nothing. This is not I'm being good or I'm being bad. This is me trying to pull my eating in and focus it on a path that is harmonious with my body, that doesn't fight me, that is calm, that is relaxed. And every single time that you match eating with hunger, every single time, it is a reinforcing habit. In other words, unlike dieting, when dieting behavior is difficult because it's fighting yourself all the time. I'm hungry, I can't eat because I'm not supposed to eat yet. Or I want this, but I'm going to have to eat that because that's what the diet book says I should have. Or, I'm not supposed to eat a certain combination of foods, or all the silly stuff that we put ourselves through. So that makes you feel very on off. I'm good, I'm bad. Again, but with your healthy thin mentality, if you keep thinking of it as every single time I make that connection, it's stronger. Even if there are times when I don't make that connection, that doesn't damage the fact that you have made it previously. So it didn't break anything, it didn't ruin anything, it just didn't strengthen it, but it didn't deteriorate it. Just keep thinking, I'm going to reinforce it every time I eat when I'm hungry, and every time I don't eat when I'm not hungry. I'm building my healthy thin mentality. That's why I call it building. And again, if you don't build it at a certain eating opportunity, let's say you eat beyond hunger or you don't eat when you are hungry, you're not knocking it down. You're just not building it. So just avoid that on or off thinking. It's like, no, okay, so at this meal, I feel that I ate past being hungry. Okay, evaluate that. Think, all right, don't berate yourself. Say, okay, well, today or tomorrow, there's going to be eating opportunities all the time because that's how lucky we are. We get to eat a lot, really, when you think about it, several times a day. That's a lot. Say to yourself, I can do this. Next eating opportunity, I will try to match it better. I wasn't bad. I'm not going to be good. I'm going to be relevant. I'm going to be a good listener to the beautiful voice that Mother Nature gave me in my body. And I promise you guys, it gets easier over time, not harder like diets. You won't crack. You'll calmly float into that healthy thin mentality where, oh wow, I guess this is how it's supposed to be. Yeah, it is. Okay, so a question from YouTube about craving junky foods and the thought that, I know that I should be eating this, but I think there's flavor enhancers in these foods that I crave. Well, let me just back off and say, you know what the very best flavor enhancer is, bar none? It's hunger. So if you feel yourself using that thought of, well, it's flavor enhanced foods, first of all, okay, maybe. But second of all, if you want flavor enhanced foods, wait for hunger and, experiment. Use your, experiment with yourself. Say, okay, I'm just going to just wait till I'm really hungry. Like, I'm going to just see how that feels, and I'm going to eat, and in the workbook, there's exercises for stuff like that, where you go, okay, how does that feel when I eat that? Well, that's freaking awesome, okay? Wait for freaking awesome. Don't just use food just like a boredom relief. I've got tons of blogs on that kind of stuff too. Instead, say, hey, wait, I want this to be amazing, so I'm waiting for hunger. And if the food is flavor enhanced or not, it doesn't matter. If you're hungry, it's going to be amazing. wait for amazing. And if that makes you feel like, oh no, she's saying don't eat, when I'm hungry, or don't. No. I'm saying when you're hungry, notice how much better the food is. And you'll get, over time, I promise, you'll get like, well, why would I eat now this thing that's sitting on the counter that, yeah, it looks good, it smells good, but I know I'm really not hungry. If I just wait an hour, when I eat that, I'll be building my healthy thin mentality, and it will be so much better. Really think about how much better food is when you're hungry, and that's where you want to eat. It's a rewarding, beautiful, fantastic experience. People who are naturally thin or who've built their healthy thin mentality enjoy food a lot, and it's stress-free, guilt-free, and you get a body that you love. So, you're looking at this and trying to judge, well, God, this is going to be really hard. No, it's not. It's just a habit that builds, and it's a habit that works, I always say this, I know, with your body. And that's really important. So when you're craving foods, whatever it is, when you're hungry, eat them. Stop judging, and just know that especially in the beginning, you're going to crave different foods than you will after you've done this for a while. Because after you've done this for a while, you're going to go, wow, what's going to make me feel good? I mean, you get picky. You say, what's going to make me feel good? And you've listened to your past eating experiences and how you felt afterwards. You go, yeah, you know what? I kind of felt like this the other day, and I ate a big sandwich with a bunch of vegetables and just a little bit of meat, and I felt amazing. Or you'll say, I felt like this the other day, and I ate some chips and salsa, and it just didn't hit me right. I kind of didn't feel satisfied. Listen. These are ways that your body's telling you what's going to make you feel good, what's going to satisfy your hunger the best. Listen, notice, write it down, get the workbook, help you through it, so you figure out what foods are good for your unique, specific body. And again, different days, you're going to feel different, and you just start to notice that. And it's like right now, it may seem like, well, that's a lot of work. Over time, you don't even think about it. You get used to it, and it's just part of your life. But in the beginning, yeah, since it's quite a big perspective change, you got to pay attention. Okay, so another great question from Facebook is that I have a question on, I'm building my healthy thin mentality. However, I find myself wanting to keep eating when I'm enjoying food, even though I know I could be done. Okay, let's take this back to, yeah, food is a sensation that, is always somewhat pleasurable because, it's delicious or whatever. But as you're eating, just keep saying to yourself, can I delay eating more for a little bit? And just try it. Just say, don't be like hard on yourself. Oh, you can't eat this. Look at you. You've eaten so much. Don't have that negative self-talk. Just say, hey, here I am with this beautiful food on this plate. Okay? It's beautiful food. I'm not really hungry, but it's just such beautiful, wonderful food. I want to put it in my body. Okay, well, if you just leave it there, it's still yours. You can still eat it. It's just not in your body yet. If you can wait for hunger to return, you can have that food in a way that is more respectful of your body and what you need. So don't think of it as, well, if I don't eat it now, I can't have it and it's not mine. It's still yours. Put it in a box, put it in the refrigerator really nicely, do whatever you need to do to make you understand that it's still yours. You can still eat it. You can have it all, just not all at once, right? Keep that positive view of this on, not of denial, not of, I can't. No, you can. And you shall enjoy it beautifully as soon as your voice comes back and says, hey, I'm hungry again. And then that food that you thought was really amazing and wonderful is even more amazing because you've got your body working with you, okay? So diets and all that diet mentality makes us feel very negative about food and eating. Like, I can't. Your healthy thin mentality brings you into the joy and beauty and good fortune that we have, that beautiful food is available to us and that we can eat it. So when you're feeling dreary about this or dieting or whatever, go, well, how can I make my life around food really great? Build your healthy thin mentality. Folks, do it. I promise. It is the best gift you will ever give yourself for the body you love, a relationship with food you love, and you'll be that person that other people look at and go, how does he do that? How does she do that? There's no stress. She orders what she wants. She leaves some behind. She seems happy. Her body's great. Healthy thin mentality. You can do it. Please like, share, subscribe. Help me get this message out, please. It's so hard to make some noise amongst all the crazy, stupid diet messages that are out there that do not work, make you unhappy, and do not work, more importantly. Okay, thanks a lot. I'll be back soon.